Have you just started your new business and really need to figure out this online marketing thing? Or have you had your business for a while but really just need to step up your marketing? You need to attract more clients, more customers, make more sales. Well, you've come to the right video today because I'm going to walk you through 8 steps that you need to take in order to get your business set up and ready to market online. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jill Fox, and I'm the owner of Fox Social Media. And my company has been helping businesses, practices, and brands to market, advertise, and grow their businesses online for 10 years now. And I'm also the owner of Simple Marketing Academy. And Simple Marketing Academy is for very small business owners who can't afford a done-for-you service like Fox Social Media to come and learn how to do their marketing very simply, very cost-effectively in 30 minutes a day. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to say is that I want to make sure that you already have your business set up, your website is set up, and that you have your mission statement. You really know what you do, who you do it for, and why you do it. So with those things all taken care of, we can move forward on your marketing. So the number one thing I want you to do, and I know this may seem out of sequence, but there's a reason for it, is literally go and grab your business name on all the social media platforms that you think you're ever going to use, even if you're not using them right now. The best thing you can do is use your business name exactly. No hyphens, no underscores, no periods, nothing, just your business name. So for instance, my website is www.foxsocialmedia.com. And my username is Fox Social Media, all over social media, on every platform I use. It's really important to be consistent. It makes it so much easier for people to find you. And unless your business name is already taken in some format or it's monstrously long, then in those cases you have to be a little more creative. But it's important to grab all those names and have control of them, basically so no one else does, in the future. And they're using something with a username that matches your business, and then it's very confusing, and they may not have a very good presence on social media either, which you don't want. So that's going to be number one. Now, number two is to pick 2 platforms, 2 social media platforms. And you're going to do this by, one, figuring out where your customers and your clients are online. And one of the resources you can use if you need some more data is Pew Internet Research. They've got some great statistics on who uses which platform. For instance, your ideal customer is a female who's between 35 and 45, who has kids in elementary school, and who lives in the United States. Now, that's just a little bit of data, but you can throw in more demographics to do more of the search. And if you don't have all those demographics right now, don't worry. What I want you to do is give your best guess. Where do you think these people are? Where do you think what do you think they're interested? All of those things. I want you to give your best guess on everything. You can tweak this as you go along. So it's best to start with your best guess. So once you've decided on the 2 platforms you want to start with, then you're going to want to set those up. I have a 7 video segment on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, in Simple Marketing Academy. And if you want, you can jump in completely free for 30 days and go through those step-by-step demonstration videos that walk you through every step of setting it up. So you can not only set it up, but it's going to teach you how to secure it from being hacked, how to post, how to find your analytics and actually read them in a very simple way. I'm not going crazy on any of this stuff, but that's going to help you quite a bit, and it's going to get you set up right from the beginning. So go to simplemarketingacademy.com, and again, you can jump in free for 30 days, so don't even worry about that. And find those videos and those video segments. There's, like I said, 7 short 5-minute long videos on each step you need to take to get your social media set up right. So go ahead and do that right away. The next thing that you want to do is go and set up your free Google business page. This thing is an amazing, amazing resource for you. It is completely free. So when somebody Googles social media marketing agency in Houston or in Katy, Texas, or in Orange County where I used to live, then Fox Social Media hopefully will be one of the ones that shows up. My business page will get, several hundred visits every month. So you can see how much that free marketing will do for you. Your Google business page, again, you want to set that up exactly right. So it's a very easy process and you just go step by step. Do not leave anything blank in there unless it doesn't apply to you. Make sure every detail is filled out. Add some pictures. This thing is the best resource ever. And if you ever want to do Google Ads later on, you need to have this set up. The next thing I want you to do is to set up an email server. Now, I'm not talking about having Gmail or those where you get your incoming email. I'm talking about an outgoing service. So the one that I recommend you start with is MailChimp for 2 reasons. Number one, it's free until you have stored in there, I believe it's over 2,000 email addresses of your customers and clients. And number two, it's very easy to use. So I want you to start this right away. And the reason is that social media, you don't control it, number one. Number two, people are not going to see everything you post because the algorithms don't allow that. Basically, people only see, even if they follow you, they're only going to see a little bit of what you post. So you don't control that. The other thing is that it's very easy for them to shut your page down or shut your Instagram account down. And you think, oh, well, if I don't do anything wrong, I'm fine. And that should be the way it works, but it's not. I had someone that I was working with have their Instagram account shut down. They had 100,000 followers, and it was shut down because Instagram said, this isn't really you. And it was. So they were completely wrong, couldn't get it back. You can't rely on social media. You want to start getting email addresses of every customer, every lead, everybody you can possibly get right away. Now, caveat to that, you have to get their permission to put them on your email list. But we'll go into that in another video. I want you to set up this platform. Again, it's free. I want you to have it there, and I want you to start collecting email addresses so that you can reach out to these people. Now, email is still the best way to communicate with your customers and clients. The next thing I want you to do is spend a little time, if you haven't done this already, doing more research like we talked about on your clients and customers. So you know who your competitors are, I'm sure. Go and look at their social media. What are they posting? Can you tell anything about the people that are going there? Are they mostly male? Are they mostly female? Are they, younger, older? You want to do that kind of research. Just do some Google research, do some searching online, and gather as much information as you can. Don't go crazy. Don't go down a rabbit hole. Just get what you can so that you have very good information to get started with. We want to know, who are you talking to? Who are the people coming in your door? Who are you going to be advertising to? So again, you're going to tweak this as you go along, and don't feel bad if you don't already know all this information. It's very common for a new business not to have all the details about their customers and who those potential perfect customers and clients are. So that's very normal in the beginning. The next thing I want you to do is start posting on social media. Remember, you've chosen those 2 platforms you're going to work with. And on a side note, make sure that your website has your social media logos and links in either the header or the footer, so that when someone goes on your website, they can just click on the Facebook or the Instagram logo and go directly to your page. And make sure that those little links open in a separate window, so they're not taken completely off your page. Your page is in this window and your social media opens in this window. So just a little side note there. So when you start posting, even if it's 2 to 3 times a week, and remember, jump into Simple Marketing Academy. simplemarketingacademy.com, free for 30 days. You will learn how to post a video, how to post a picture, all about posting in those lessons inside a Simple Marketing Academy, which again is free for 30 days. So go jump in there and learn exactly how to do it if you need to. But just start with some information about your business, a little bit of information about what you do, who you serve, why you're different, what differentiates you, some pictures of your business if that's appropriate, some resources, things like that in the beginning. You want to kind of set your page up with maybe 10 or so posts right off the bat. Then just do a couple a week is fine. The best thing you can do is write a list of the 10 questions that either you or your staff is asked most often about your business or your product or your service. And each one you're going to answer one of those questions per post. So those make wonderful posts that really help people get to know you, gain comfort with you, and understand that, oh yeah, this is the right place for me to go. They do serve that need I have or have that product I'm looking for. So you want to get started doing that. The other things you can do are, you want to do personal things too, like introduce your staff, do a little tour of your office. You want to do things that help people to get to know you, but are still within, the scope of why they came to your page, what information or product or service they're looking for. So you can do that kind of stuff. If your team has a charity project, please share that online as well. It's so important just to show your heart, and it also encourages others to do the same. So that's important too. You can do all kinds of things like, if there's something going on in your community or trends in your industry or your newest products, or just there's so much you can do that, it's an endless list. So a good thing to do is to also start making a list of possible posts and get those, kind of mix them up a little bit. Posting, just one or two, or probably 2 times a week would be a good idea on each of those platforms. The next thing I want you to do is start emailing your list. So we talked about building this email list, right? You're going to take all your clients, anyone who comes to you as a lead, all of those people, and just, you're going to add them to your list or just reach out. You're going to have to kind of reach out in the beginning and just send one email and say, I'd love to keep sharing information with you, and just get their permission essentially. From there, you're going to email your list, at least once a month. Just start with once a month. It's going to be something that is helpful or useful or important to them. So you're not really selling as much as you're helping. Do you have a coupon that saves them a lot of money on something they might be interested in? Do you have a hack for a problem they're having? Do you have a video that walks them through how to do something that they want to know? These are all good things to share with your email list, and you want to be helpful, and you want to start to build rapport with the people on the list. Now, when you use a service like MailChimp, there will automatically be an unsubscribe link in there. So you have to, by law, have a one-click unsubscribe link in your emails. And it is a blessing. So please do not get upset if someone unsubscribes. Be thankful, because they are basically saying this product or service is not something I'm interested in, and they're taking themselves off your list. Therefore, when you get bigger, you're paying for less people to be on your list. You're going to have better open rates and read rates on your email, because you're kind of tailoring it and tweaking it and getting it to people who are actually interested in your product or service. So that person removing themselves is a huge blessing, and make sure you look at it that way. It is not a bad thing at all. And in order to build this email list, the next thing I want to recommend you do is create something called a lead magnet. So a lead magnet is basically anything that you can give away for free by emailing it, in exchange for somebody's first name and email address. That's all you want to ask them for. And, along with that lead magnet, there is a statement saying that they'll be added to the email list. They can unsubscribe anytime. So on your website, above the fold, which means before you have to scroll it off. I go to your website, hit click, and I don't scroll at all. I want to see a button there that offers this lead magnet for free. Okay. That button goes to a form, again, a very simple form on your website that asks for their name and their email address in order to get that particular item, whether it's a coupon, whether it's a video link, whether it's a PDF, whatever it is that is actually of value and they're going to want to get for free. It's worth it to give their name and email to get that item for free. That's what you're going to want to put there. So once they've given you their name and their email, and they've automatically, because it's stated in there, given you permission to put them on your email list, you're going to add them to your email list, and you're going to email them that particular lead magnet. And the reason you want to email it to them is you want to make sure that the email address is correct. Also, what that does is they've asked for this, they want it, so they're going to open your email. And that sends a message to their email server, hey, this is not spam. This is someone that they want to see the emails from. And so you're more likely in the future to show up in their inbox instead of their spam or their promotions folder, whatever it might be. So that is the last thing I want you to do to get started. So we're going to recap real quick. 1, secure your username all over social media. Go crazy. Any channel that you think you're going to want to use in the future, get your name. Make it the same as your website name, the same as your business name, if possible. No hyphens, no periods, no all that gunk in the middle. None of that. Number 2 is set up 2 social media channels. Pick the 2 that you are comfortable with, that you feel that your customers and clients are on. Number 3 is to set up your free Google business page. Again, this thing's a godsend, so make sure you do it. It's a quick setup as well. Number 4, set up your free email service. And again, I recommend MailChimp. Completely free until you have about 2,000 email addresses stored in there. And then it's actually a really good price. Number 5, do some research on your clients. If you've already done this, you can kind of just put a check mark there. But if you haven't, really research your, go to that Pew Internet Research, go to Google, go to your competitors' websites and social media. Do as much research as you can to figure out who your ideal clients and customers are, how they talk. In other words, how do they phrase their problem? When you're looking, are people saying, I really need to get more sleep? Is that how they're phrasing? And you happen to be a sleep coach. So that's really important to gather that research so that you know who you're talking to and who you want to advertise to and how to reach them and how best to speak to them. Number 6 is to start sharing on social media. So now you're going to be sharing 2 posts a week. Again, try and get 6 to 10 posts on each of the 2 platforms right off the bat. Information about your business, images, meet the staff, meet the owner. All that kind of stuff is great to start with and just build your base on social. And then you can get started with the other things. Number 7, start emailing your list. I don't care if there's 2 people on it, get started. Once a month, share something very useful, helpful, interesting with them, something that's of value to them. Number 8 is going to be build your list. And that's what we talked about, that lead magnet, that coupon, that PDF, that video, that item that can be shared via email, whether it's a link or it's the actual document via email. Make sure that you create it, you make it spectacular. Again, it doesn't have to be super long. People don't want a whole book. They want simple, quick, to the point. So this doesn't have to be crazy long or anything. It's better if it's not. Just make it sure it's something that they really want and can use. And you are going to put that link. Remember, you're going to have that button above the fold on your website that they can click, fill out your little form. All you're going to ask for is their first name and their email address. And then you are going to email it directly to them. So I hope this is helpful. These are the first 8 steps that I recommend that you take, and I've been doing this for 10 years. I help businesses, and you name the industry, I've probably worked with someone in it. So these are my top tips for you starting out your marketing. If you need more help, remember Fox Social Media does marketing for small businesses. And if that's not in your budget, Simple Marketing Academy teaches you how to do it simply and cost effectively. So feel free to come and visit, or just ask me questions if you have questions about any of those things. And I hope that you will subscribe to this channel or to my podcast, and I will see you in the next episode.